You're here. I was beginning to think you might not make it. I thought you might not remember your first trip here. You had a big night. I think you've definitely earned the staff. Oh, the Hagraven feather and so on. You can throw those out. I really just needed something to encourage you to go out into the world and spread merriment. And you did just that. I haven't been so entertained in at least 100 years. Just a prank? This may have begun as a minor amusement, but it wasn't long before I realized you'd make a more interesting bearer of my not-quite-holy staff. Let's be honest here. I don't always think my decisions through, but you're going places. Maybe a little influence from your old Uncle Sanguine could help adjust your course a bit. My pleasure, but I think it's time for you to go. No fun keeping you locked up in here with the staff.
I'd be dead if not for Vignar. Took me in and helped me turn my life around.
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade.
We'll have to have a pint together sometime, you and me.
It's a fine day with you around. Farewell.
When he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I think it's high time that you lie down and..."
What do you need, my Thane? We have a cozy little prophet. Here, this is your share, love. Goodbye, my love.
Huh? We killed the dragon once, we can do it again. With your help, of course.
Trouble?
It seems our enemies have no end of spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us.
Come to Dragon... I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this. You know, if you... Got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold. It seems this damnable conflict has claimed... Take a look. Remember, your mind is the best weapon you have.
May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Region.
I might just be a servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my cue.
Important deliveries to make. No time for chatting.
Oh, pardon me. Was I in your way? Pa used to say, there ain't no use worrying about the things you can't change. If it's my fate to be ended by a dragon, so be it. Meantime, I'll live my life the way I want to. Sometimes the difference between life and death is a swift steam.
No secret the Aretino boy is doing some ritual, trying to call the Dark Brotherhood. Who's going to stop him? Me? I have no part of that.
Come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
A few septims for my supper is all
Do
I
you
have.
hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave? You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking, unworthy of one such as you.
Charity.
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us, but Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, real charmer, that one. Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying.
For much. Just a few septims.
Until next time.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman, milady. Spare a coin. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
then it's true, what everyone is saying. That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Oh, Grimvar, always with the nonsense. No, of course not. Those are just tales.
Fine, then I'll invite him out to play. He lives right there. I'm going to knock on his door.
No, child, wait! That boy, that house, they are cursed.
Ha! Then I'm right. I knew it. He's trying to have somebody killed.
All right, I won't deny it, child. What you heard is true. But Aventus Aretino walks a dark path. His actions can lead only to ruin. Now, enough. We will speak no more of this. I am the only friend you need. Yes, it is quite sad, but he has returned home, and why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers is... When Grimvar asks me why I ever tried taking care of children, it can be a nightmare.
Do you know his name is Torsten Krulsey. He's really rich, because he owns a farm called Hollyfrost. He told me once that he wanted me to grow up and be a sailor, because that's where all our family... But I don't want to be a sailor or a farmer. I want to be a warrior, the strongest one ever.
Please, how long must I do this? I keep praying, Night Mother. Why won't you answer me? Sweet mother, send your child unto me. Fine! It worked! I did the Black Sacrament over and over with the body and the things. And then you came! An assassin from the Dark Brother! You don't have to say anything. There's no need. My mother, she died. The head mistress is an evil cruel. So I ran away and came home and performed the Black Sacrament. Now you're here, and you could kill Grelod the Kind. This is the best news. I mean, I knew the Dark Brother. Oh, and please, take this as payment. It's an old family heirloom, supposed to be pretty valuable. It should fetch you a nice price. Thank you again. When I grow up, I'm going to be an assassin. That way I can help lots of children. I'll go back to the orphanage in a while. I'll give them time to... When I grow up, I'm going to be an assassin. That way I can help lots of children just like you.
been a murder over in Riften. Some old lady who runs an orphanage. Those poor children must be heartbroken.
Algrif won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bolgraf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gut.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breaths. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land.
Impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
Sir, there continues to be unrest.
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons.
To our cause,
Do I know you?
Of course, my lord.
Is that so? Yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. Speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same. Grew up here, cold as at Mora, but that just grows the beard thicker. Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky time to be alive. For Ulfric? Well, nothing official. Known him for years. He seems to value my thoughts, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really have a mind for war, and I think he likes having an untrained opinion from time to time. Travel safely. It's dangerous out there.
Don't need to pay me no mind. I'm the least important person in here. Keeping the palace clean and the Lord's bed ain't easy work, but it's honest work.
Fight or die well. All right then.
Helgen, huh? Ulfric told us quite the story. If you made it through all that, you're likely worth something to me. But first, tell me, why does a cat want to fight for Skyrim? You mistake me. I'm not saying we're not looking for sellswords. The Stormcloaks need dedicated men and women who are devoted to the cause and willing to die for it. Fair enough. But are you willing to die for your home? Can't fault anyone for that. As long as you hate the Empire as much as I do. Fair enough. But are you willing to die? All right. But before I can put you... That's what I... So long as you can back up those words with... I'm sending you to Serpentstone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, well, you won't go... It's where men have tested... There's a strange rock formation built by the ancients. Something... You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you. Only the ones I'm not sure about. This will prove your abilities, but more importantly, it will prove your We'll see about that. Here, take this. You'll need it. Try not to die.
Huh?
Now I remember.
I own Holyfrost Farm outside the city. It's honest work, if a bit dull. The cruel seas have been sailors for generations. In truth, I regret not following in the footsteps of my ancestors. I'd be out there fighting the Imperials right now. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Be on the lookout. The butcher could be around any corner. Captain Lonely Gale has been avoiding me. I just know it.
I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. All right, then.
How can Elda hate the Dark Elves when she knows so little about them? You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter. Did you know that candle on the mantle hasn't gone out in over 100 years? you know about Talos? He founded the Empire. The Empire's elven puppet masters never cared much for the idea of a human becoming a divine, so the worship of Talos is outlawed. Skyrim doesn't take kindly to being told what to do. And to try and forget Talos, well, they may as well ordered us all to cut off our ears. Talos, who in life was known as Tiber Septim, united Tamriel and founded the Empire. He was rewarded for his deeds by being joined with the Divines in eternal glory. We worship him that we might follow in his path. We can't literally join him in the heavens, but we may do our best to know them here on Nirn. Like anyone, a crisis will push them towards devotion. Hilevi Cruelseat comes in a lot, but I haven't seen her husband. Ulfric prays for strength. I speak to Captain Lonelygale, but he doesn't spend much time here. Too busy. Blessings of Arkay be upon you.
Name's Nils. I'm the cook up at Candlehearth Hall. Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too. When I'm cutting wood, I pretend there's an Imperial soldier's head on the stump.
The townsfolk call me captain, because I used to be a sailor. Terrible shame that. Seems we have a killer on the loose. He's claimed 3 victims that I know of. All lovely ladies, too. Let's hope the gods find them. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give... If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. I was a sailor for many a year. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck. There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelseat see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's parting.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs. Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a... When word came that he'd fallen, his son Durocht lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns. Magic? Goodness, not here. Nothing dangerous like that. That's all kept to that college up in Winterhold. Better that than dealing with Ulfric's wizard like some do. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
Spare a coin for a poor old woman. Spare a coin. Talos rewards the up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you.
I'll be fine.
Master, you're far too old for this sort of journey. We don't know what's inside.
I can... just...
You see, you're not well. Have a seat, and I'll fetch you some tonic.
Oh, if there was a tonic that could help me, I would have found it by now. Just a man's life work is all. I finally derived the location of the White Phial, but this doting busybody won't let me get it. You would do that? It's buried with its maker, Corral Mill, in a long-forsaken... Corral Mill was a crafty one, even in death. You would need this... Luckily for you, I've already... Please, don't dally. I've wasted enough time arguing with my useless assistant here. I've spent my... It brought me all the way to these entire years spent in libraries, seeking out tiny villages. I even named my shop after it, hoping that it might attract anyone who... And now it's within my grasp. But the ain't, it seems. For in my current condition, I'll never be able to lay my hands on a legendary bottle forged in the days when Skyrim was just starting its turn to ice. A small container made of the magically infused snow that first fell on the throat of the world. It is said that the phial will replenish whatever fluid is placed inside of it. For an alchemist like myself, it is the most pure expression of my art. To create from nothingness is... poetry.
My master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned so much from him.
Give me the phial, you fool!
I'll never have Master Nurel. Are you kidding? I came all the way from... He's not the best teacher, but it doesn't matter what I believe. Norelian does. And it might be the only thing keeping him alive right now.
May the Eight guide you to the phial.
I have a decent mind for
potions, guide you to
but
the
I also
phial.
learned how to craft
If
magical
you have need
items.
of tonics or potions, come see me at my shop.
Watch the skies, traveler.
Need something?
Do you know my father? He's really important. He even talks to the Jarl sometimes.
When Grimvar asks me why women are being killed around the city, ever tried taking care of children? Yes, Sarah?
I never expected Ulfric to live up to his Every Nord should admire Ulfric. In fact, he's the reason I chose to learn the smithing trade. I want to make weapons. Smithing isn't the most exciting thing for me. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land. A word of advice.
Need some metal hammer. I don't see these troubles as business. This is a labor of honor. To bring Ulfric his rightful glory. Shore's bones. I might just have to. I respect Jorland, but he has the good fortune to work the Skyforge. Something about the fires. Their steel just holds tighter.
Name can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too.
Don't suppose you'd enchant my sword?
Bolfrida is certainly grating, but she pays well. Thankfully, nobody from the city can see me. Of course working for Bolfrida isn't my first choice. But what else can a Dunmer do out here?
Windhelm has been hard on my people, but our fortunes will... We have not fared well outside our native Black Marsh. I began praying to Zenithar, the god of wealth, to bring us some fortune, but thieves made off with my sacred amulet almost as... Shavi would be in your debt, kind one. Oh yes, after all, what's the point in... I know life on the docks isn't easy. Sometimes life puts you in difficult circumstances you didn't choose. But being happy or unhappy is a choice you make. And I've chosen to make the best of things that I can.
Look, we don't have much love for your kind down here. Probably. The docks can be a dangerous place. Don't expect me to save you if you fall in.
Looking to hire a boat? Where are you headed?
All right.
Northern Maiden is ship-shape and ready to go.
The Northern Maiden is ship-shape and ready to go.
If you're looking for passage to Solstheim, too bad. I'm not... It's hard to explain. The next thing I remember, I was here, and they were gone. There's been something strange going on there for a while. But after this, I'm done. I'm not going... If you've been listening to me, I'm not going back there. All right. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. Well, here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind. Any questions? Captain. Second Counselor. Security of... This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstein. As second Councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Raven Rock started out as an Imperial settlement. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles. But when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. Your ignorance of our homeland is the capital of Morrowind. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasionals. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrow. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dunmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland. I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but... Gjallan.
Talk to Captain Gjallan before the passage.
Remember, we are watching you.
I've been sailing the... Might be time to find a new home port, though.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain
Gjallan. By bad weather. Before you even ask, yes, I have the supplies you requested. But what? This load cost me double what we'd agreed on. Nothing I can do about it.
Damn it, Jolland, you know we don't have that much coin.
Look, the East Empire Company didn't give me a choice. They've raised their prices again. And there's nothing I can do about it.
After all these years, they're gouging us for every last trait we have. Let me talk to Laryl. I'll see what we can do.
All right, Admiral. Don't worry about rushing it. Just pay me when you can.
Councillor Morvain is the only reason Raven Rock has survived all these years. You should pay your respects. We've got our eyes on you.
Need some? Can't say I'd mind heading out of here. I still need to get... Casting off.
Captain Gjallan does the business around here. I'm just a ship's mate.